So the scalene triangle, as we've just said, Latin for mix things up. 3 lines are different, 3 angles are different. Now to make sure that this is true, we're going to do something a little different with this construction of the triangle. So I want you to draw a side length of 4. So rub it out. Yep. A side length of 4 centimeters. Okay, so do it as I said before, do it down the page a little bit. And with your ruler, not your protractor yet, I want you to go from the left-hand end of the line and just draw a line up. Not going to tell you what length, as long as it's longer than 4, and I'm not going to tell you what angle. I just said I'm not going to tell you that angle. It doesn't have to be an angle. Just draw a line up. Perfect. And then connect it to the rest of your triangle. Oops. Now, there is a high chance that we've got 20, however many different triangles in the classroom right now. So what you need to do in the next minute or 2 is to measure all 3 angles and to measure all 3 sides. So do your sides first, okay? And then I want you to stop because I need to show you something with your protractor. These angles along the baseline are quite easy to measure with your protractor, okay? But I just want to make sure you know how to measure one that's not flat along the page with your protractor. So if I try to measure this one up the top with my protractor this way, I'm not going to be able to do it. So you need to know that you can rotate your protractor however you need to, as long as you remember the rules. What are the 2 things you need to remember with your protractor when you are putting it on the page? Elfie?
That the middle has to be on the edge.
Right, so you need to go from the edge of one of the lines and you need to put your crosshair on the right point. And you also need to go from the go from the set of numbers that is 0. So can I borrow that one, Jay? Please. Yeah, thank you. Because it's easier to see with this one. So I'm going to turn my protractor this way to measure, and I'm going to put my crosshair on it and make sure my line is along the line at the bottom of the tractor. And then I'm going to go from my 0. And this one for me is 48 degrees. If I needed to, I could do it that way as well, and I'll still get the same answer, okay, as long as you put the protractor in the correct place. Alright, so if you need help doing that, oh wait, sorry, I've got to measure 48. Okay, and then as long as you have measured really accurately, you will get what as an angle sum? 180. Now you might get 179 or 181, and that might mean that you've just 1 degree out, which is understandable. Okay? If you get 350 billion, probably that's a lot. Okay. Yes, Max.
I had really weird angles. I had, let's see, 3 to 77 and then 60.
Okay, cool. Mitchell. Okay, let me have a look. So, right angle triangle, let's say we're going to have a base of 5 centimeters. Dave, look away, please. Last triangle, then we'll have a break. Crunching stuff. So 5 centimeters along the bottom. Now it doesn't matter where the right angle is. So it could be any of the 3 angles. And you can see in your textbook, page 34, they're all over the place. But when you're drawing your own, it's probably easier to make it either one of these as the right angle. Okay, so I'm just going to go from the left-hand side. Drawing one that is 90 degrees. That's our right angle. So I'm going to put a little dot there and straight up. Now, what symbol do I use to show that it is 90 degrees in an angle without yelling out?
Square.
Aiden?
Square.
A square instead of a curved line like that. Just to show it's an easy way to recognise it without having to measure it.
What would that be?
You're just calling out a lot, Matt. Sorry, Tom?
In the test, will it like have a square around it?
If you're told what it is and it's 90, it will be a square. Sometimes you might have to measure it yourself. Yes, mate?
Would that be the other two and 45?
Doesn't have to be, because I could do a line here or here, and that would change the other sizes of the angles.
Does that be heading?
Okay, just wrote that one. Alright, so you can choose, guys, what size you want for your angle. So if you just look here, you can make it a big, longer one, or a tall one, or somewhere in between. So all you have to do now is to, do it from the edge of that line there. You did say 5 centimetres. Okay, and just run the line up there. Okay, and then if you were in an exam, for example, or doing work from your text, you would just rub out that excess line there too. I'd like you to measure now and see, have you also drawn an isosceles or a scalene? So measure yours and see which one yours is as well. Yeah. As well as being the right angle, yeah. So if your two other angles by a fluke of luck are the same size, okay, which would be what size? Oh. Listen, boys, listen to my question. If your other two angles are the same, what size angle would they be? You did one just before, Mitchell? 45, yeah. I'd be surprised if someone managed to fluke both angles at 45. It's possible. Okay, so most likely it will be a right angle and a scalene because of the way I've asked you to. Okay.